Welcome back to another Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Report, and again, now I'm playing a game against Dan with his High Elves, which is the last video, and Todd shows up with his Lizardman army, and he's like, hey, I want to play a game, 2,000 points, let's do it, and I'm like, alright, fuck it, let's do it. So Dan and his nephew ended up playing my brother, and I ended up playing Todd, and here is how it went. We're going to go over Todd's army real quick. He has a big block of about 36, 37 Saurus Warriors, and then he has some Cold One Riders. One of them is actually a hero level Scarvet, or a Lord level Scarvet, I believe. One of those two. It's Lord because he has the Blade of Realities with him. And then yeah, 5 regular guys. And then he has a small unit of Skink Skirmishers and or Skink with blowpipes, whatever. And then he has the Bastillodon still. And he has a giant block of Temple Guard with his level 4 Slann in there. And yeah, that's 2,000 points right there. We're going to go over my side really quick. Also, by the way, we're playing, I believe it's called Dawn Attack, the one where you roll the dice. And if you get a 1, everybody goes to the left. If you go to 2, everybody goes to the right, and if you get 3, 4, 5, everybody's in the middle, and then 6, it goes all around. You can kind of pick where you want. Well, for some reason, I'm rolling these dice, and my dice thought it was animosity roll, so everybody got 1. And as you could see, pretty much that left corner is kind of packed with everybody, and the only people who got the middle was Gorbad's unit, and my trolls, and my level 4. But if you can see on this picture, all the way in the back, I have my Arachnarok Spider. I have a unit of, I believe, like 11, maybe 15 cave squigs, the squig herd. Haven't played them in a while, so brought them out. Got a Doom Diver over in the back corner over there. Got a unit of 20 Night Goblins with bows. Also have a unit of, I think, about like 26 savages. And then the orc on the board that's in the back by himself, that's actually not Wurzag, even though it's Wurzag's model. It is actually just a level 4 orc shaman on a boar. He does have a Dispel Scroll with him, and I believe that's it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He has a Talisman of Preservation. The other guy has the Dispel Scroll. I also have a unit of 3 trolls, and then that unit Gorbad is just a unit of 5 Goblin Wolf Riders. And then on the other side, the ones that actually got 2s, Lord Chickenhead got a 2, and he's a Lord Goblin with Armor, Destiny, Ruby, Ring of Ruin, and Sword of Might. And then I have 2 Spear Chuckers on this side as well. So let's get started. Let's go over the magic phase. Magic, I got 4. My level 4, he got Brainbuster, Headbutt, Foot of Gork, and here we go. No Hand of Gorks. That really sucks because everybody's stuck in a corner right now. My level 2 Night Goblin Shaman, who is, I want to say it's a Night Goblin Shaman. Yeah, I don't think it's the one on the wolf. I think it's the one actually in the unit of Night Goblins. But anyways, he got Dark Riders and Gravecall. We'll find out very soon when you see him split off from the group. As for his level 4, he's a Lore Master, and he took Lore of High Magic. So he has basically every spell. That's why this picture has all these pictures here. And then for Vanguards, Lord Chickenhead is going to run up the side flank, scare some skinks, see what happens here. And anyways, let's get started. Orcs and Goblins, turn 1. Alright, let's go down the Russian roulette that is Animosity. And both my Cave Squigs and my Savage Orcs failed Animosity, which means they're going to have to go ahead and get a free move and declare charge at nothing because there's nothing to charge at because we're so far away. I have Gorbad run in front of that unit right there through the trees, and then everybody just kind of moved up just a little bit. It is a Night Goblin Shaman, by the way. I can see him right there in the back. Magic phase, I got 4 pathetic power dice. I throw all 4 plus the Magic Mushroom because that's the closest chance I get to getting anything, and I throw it on to the Dark Rider spell. Well, I got double 6s, which means I'm going to take an Irresistible Force Miscast, and I pull up some Hex Wraiths right in front of right by the trolls, so that way the trolls can't get attacked right up front. Sorry I don't have a picture of that. I believe I was just running over to get the Hex Wraiths out of the box. And then over here we have, that was it for Magic Phase. I believe I got a 7 on the miscast chart, which is basically everybody who's standing around me takes the damage, and didn't really matter. So I brought my MVP Spear Chucker from the other game. back into this game. He's going to go ahead and take a shot, and he kills off 2 ranks of Source Warriors over here. The other Spear Chucker missed, of course, and we're going to go to the Doom Diver. The Doom Diver, I aimed for this corner Cold One Rider over here, and he decides to drift off and go into the unit of Source. Or, I'm sorry, he hits the unit, direct hit, and he kills 4 of them, which is just better for me. And that's basically it for my turn 1. We're going to go to Lizardmen turn 1. He moves up the Bastiladon, he moves up the Skinks, he moves up everybody basically, and as you can see, and then he has his general in a bad position though, because that tree is kind of in the way, especially since all my guys are coming in from that direction. He has 7 power dice for his magic phase, and the first thing he does is he does Fiery Convocation. I try to stop it, but he does it right onto the new unit of Hex Wraiths, and it burns them all to a crisp, and they're gone. Yeah. So, whatever. I guess he dispelled technically on his next turn, and it saved me a magic phase. His Bastiladon's like magic crystal thingy, it shoots a blast, and it's a fiery magical attack. It hits the trolls. He rolls on the chart to see what it does, and it does D6 strength 4 hits, which is basically strength 4 against my toughness 4. Anything he hits is gonna wound because they don't get regen on the fiery attacks. And he missed. I think he got like 2, and both of them were under the 4 he needed on the roll, and they're fine. My trolls are good. Alright, Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Gonna have Lord Chickenhead. You know, usually he's a War Machine Hunter. He probably should have went for the Skinks, looking back at it, but whatever. He went straight for the Bastiladon. So he charged into the Bastiladon, he got in, he hits the trees, and he got wounded by the trees. Oh, come on, Chickenhead. Why'd you let a tree hit you? You couldn't see with that helmet is what it is. Gorbad went in for a charge. I called out the Wa, and he failed his charge. And then everybody else just kind of moved up like this, like so. And my Arachnarok went around to the side flank of the Temple Guard, kind of spooking them a little bit. They're going to try to reform to face me, but doesn't really matter. 9 power dice. At least I got a good magic phase this time. And I throw 5 on the foot, and just look at that. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Wow. No foot. And then I throw the remaining dice, like 3 dice onto, or 4 dice onto the Dark Riders again, I believe. And he dispels it. He got double 6s. He got triple 6s, I think, actually. Whatever, he dispelled it. Shooting phase. I'm going to go ahead and shoot at the Cold One Riders. This guy drifts off, and when he drifts off, he ends up hitting him this way. I don't know why the arrow's pointing the other way and he ended up here, but whatever. We're not going to argue. It happened. We were there, and yeah. But he killed 4 Source Warriors. MVP Spear Chucker goes ahead and shoots, kills off another Source Warrior. Oh, and by the way, that little guy on the right side there, that's actually a Skink Priest level 2. I don't know what goodies he has, but he has Lore of Beasts. I know he keeps on trying to do Wild Form. Over here, Lord Chickenhead puts on 1 wound onto the Bastiladon, and the Bastiladon fails to wound Lord Chickenhead. He hits him, but Lord Chickenhead had a ward save, 6 up. He's good. So they're going to sit there for a turn, and nobody runs. Lizardman turn 2. He's going to go ahead and declare charge with the Source Warriors and his Cold One Riders into Gorbad's unit. The Source Warriors fail their charge. The Cold One Riders totally get in. They're good. They're in. They're going to face the wrath of Gorbad and his wolf boys. Over here, like I said, his Temple Guard turns and faces my Arachnarok. And his Skinks are going to go ahead and like actually charge or keep on headhunting this 1 War Machine over here. Magic phase, he gets 7 power dice. And he failed to do anything. I think he tried a couple spells, and I just dispelled it. Close combat, his Bastiladon, he has 1 strength 10 attack with his tail. Totally nailed Lord Chickenhead and put a wound on him. Then his guys attacked, and they got a lucky hit in, and they killed Lord Chickenhead. I don't even know what to say about that. Lord Chickenhead's dead. And Lord Chickenhead didn't wound him either. As for over here, Gorbad challenges. His Source Old Blood or whatever they are called answers, and Gorbad said, "Okay, whatever, he's dead." Oh man, Gorbad's a motherfucker in challenges. I mean, you gotta always strikes first, and he's gonna do multiple wounds on you. You better hope you ward save, because he's gonna wound you. You know, this guy had the Blade of Realities, which is a 100-point sword. I mean, it's a great sword for like a nice goes through wards, goes through armor. But it doesn't matter if you're dead. So, anyways, and then the other guy, he failed to kill any wolves, but the wolves didn't even do any damage, so he ends up fleeing and he runs right in between his units over there. They're fine, they didn't panic, but basically that's how it is. And we're gonna go ahead and start Orcs and Goblins turn 3 now. Alright, starting off Orcs and Goblins turn 3. The animosity is strong with this game. Gorbad's unit failed animosity, which means they're going to have to force charge. Usually means it has to force charge because he has no wounds. And since that happens, I declare the charge with the trolls as well. They needed like a 9 or a 10, and they got in. They both got in. The rest of the units kind of just move around. As you can see, the Ragnarok is playing games with the Temple Guard up top, and then the Squigs are moving up. They're kind of running a front flank. Hopefully the Squigs go in, blow up on that unit at Temple Guard, and then the Savages come in and mop up. That's what I'm hoping. 5 power dice on the magic phase. Go ahead and throw out the foot, and I aim it like for the center of that guy right there, just to kill him off. And then if it drifts either way. I'm happy. But it drifted backwards and hit nobody. so everybody's all right. And then I got a 2 on the 4, 5, or 6 to go again, and I got a 2, which does nothing and walks away. Doom Diver aims for the Bastillodon and doesn't do a wound to it. It drifts off. And then we're just going to go into close combat. Close combat, Gorbad and the boys, they put on a good chunk of wounds, about 7 wounds. The Lizardmen attack back, and they kill off 2 of my goblins, and they also put on 1 wound onto the troll. They put on more wounds onto the trolls, but they regened them. We talked about him adding a flaming banner and a good unit like that, because you never know when you're going to go against trolls or a hell pit abomination, for Christ's sakes. But yeah, so anyways, I won combat, I believe, and we're going to stick, and because he's steadfast and his leader's right there. Lizardman turn 3. I'm sorry for the blurry pictures, guys. He's confused on what to do with the giant spider that's just kind of like playing games with him. If he moves towards him, he knows I'm going to go around him, so he decides just ignore the spider and go this way. The spider just gets the side flank, he gets the side flank. But they have halberds. I'm not going to go attacking any strength 5 mobs and letting them have a chance of hitting my guy. Hell no. Not when I could get a side flank and make, fight less of them. Skirmishers up here, they're going to go ahead and move up towards the spear chucka and get closer to shoot some blowpipe action into them. He gets 5 power dice. He finally gets wild form off. Or is this wild form? I can't even tell. The picture's too small. He does. Oh no. This is the one that gives them like up in their weapon skill and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. You got up their weapon skill. That's fine. That was basically all he got off. The other one didn't get off. Shooting phase. He's gonna go ahead and shoot his blowpipes at my goblins here, and he does 1 wound. And then that's about it. Go close combat. You can see this guy over here. He the Cold One Rider. He actually rallied. But close combat, Gorbad kills off 3 guys. Then the trolls kill off about 3 more guys, and then the rest of their guys ended up killing off 2 of my Goblin Wolf Riders. And then again, I think I still win the combat in this one. But again, they're still steadfast. Or no, they're not even steadfast anymore. I should technically beat him by now. But anyways, he still sticks around. And he does do another wound onto my troll. So, Orcs and Goblins turn 4 now, and I go ahead and I charge in with my squigs. My cave squigs got in, my Arachnarok's in, and there was no failed animosity on this one. And then my savages moved around the tree a little bit because the tree was kind of in a weird angle. And I also moved up my Night Goblin with bows, and moved up both of my wizards to be in range to do stuff. I got 5 power dice, and I'm going to go ahead and throw all 5, I believe, on the foot. Yep, on the foot. I try to aim at the Bastillodon, and it drifts off this way where it crushes both the Bastillodon and the Saurus Warriors, which is very lucky for me. It does 4 wounds onto the Saurus Warriors. And then it does 1 wound onto the Bastillodon itself, so it's good. Orc was good in stomping. And then I went for, these are my other spells. They're pretty much crap anyways. Oh! Never mind. I got double sixes. When I got double sixes, I ended up rolling the one which is like 10 or 11, and it means that I'm brain dead, and I have to roll to see which ones I lose. And I ended up losing, obviously, the Footed Gork, then I lost Brainbuster, whatever, and then I lost Edbutt. So now my guy is a level 1 wizard, and all he has is Here We Go. And yeah, so my level 4 is kind of dumb now. But at least it was like on turn 4 that he got dumb. And at least he got the foot off, too. Doom Diver goes into the Bastillodon, shoots at it, gets a hit, and the Bastillodon is dead. Alright. Over here, my Spear Chuck is going to go ahead and aim at these skinks that are shooting at him, and I believe he misses. Close combat over here. Gorbad goes ahead and kills off 2 guys. Then the rest of the unit pretty much got wiped out by the trolls. The trolls were the only ones left in combat anyways, because Gorbad killed off the ones in front of him, so he kind of got freed. And I'm going to go ahead and reform. I reform where Gorbad is facing backwards, the trolls are facing forward, so that way the trolls could help out with the spider and all that mess. Then I realized after I already did this, because I was going to have Gorbad just kill off the skirmishers that are all the way over there with the poison shots, I realized after I did this that Gorbad's leadership bubble is so much more important by the spider. So, because it would keep him stubborn, it would keep the squigs from blowing up, stuff like that. So I kind of rearranged my thought process. Then over here we have the Ragnarok attacking, and as well as the squigs. He was not prepared for how much damage the squigs could do. Squigs are like weapon skill 4, strength 5, 2 attacks apiece. I mean, it's just as strong as the frickin' spider. The only problem is the squigs have no defense. They're only toughness 3 with no armor. So, but I kind of knew that going up against Lizardmen that I'm going first. So the squigs go first and they just chomp through them. They chomp through these guys. They kill off, like, look at that, like 8 guys. And then the spider goes and he kills off a couple more. Then I get Thunderstomps and that kills off a couple more. Not before they kill off some of my guys, though. His Temple Guards just destroy my guys. This Temple Guard killed off like 8 or 9 squigs, which pretty much crippled the squigs right there. I mean, but they did their one thing. They did it. They took out a good chunk of guys, and as you can see, this is just chaos. Actually, I didn't win combat by that much. I mean, he still has ranks and banners. I mean, my squigs just kind of chomped through a few guys, but he kind of chomped through the same amount of guys back. Mine are a lot cheaper though. And basically that was it. We ended up sticking in combat. Gorbad's just in range. I think I might have lost that combat, to be honest, but I don't remember. So this would start off, I believe, Lizardman turn 4 now. Lizardman turn 4, he's going to go ahead and charge his Cold One Rider into my Wolf Rider that's right there, into the rear of Gorbad. And then Skinks move just a little bit closer so they get their blowpipe action, and they shoot all their blowpipes, and they get a bunch of poison shots and kill off my Spear Chucka. So I actually told him to, at this point of the game, that he should have actually used his Skinks to go for my Doom Diver, because it would have been the same effect, killed him off in like 2 turns, but the Doom Diver's doing a lot more damage than that one broken Spear Chucker I had all the way on the other side. And then after he killed the Doom Diver, he could turn around and kill the MVP Spear Chucker. But the Spear Chucker he chose was on the wrong side of the board, so those Skinks are near nobody. Magic Phase, he gets 7 power dice. He does something and I dispel it with double 6s, so he's kind of SOL on that one. And then Gorbad just kind of, stomps this guy in the face. Over here, this massive close combat attack. He destroys all the rest of my squigs and goblins. The squigs killed off like 3 guys. And then the spider just kind of sits there. He continues to kind of whittle away at more guys, thunderstomps a few more, and that was about it. We're going to go into, I believe this is actually starting Orcs and Goblins turn 5. I didn't take a picture of the number dice for some reason. But the trolls go ahead and charge into the rear of the skink priest. The savages charge into the front of the temple guard. And then magic phase happens, and I pop up some hex rates to face down the skinks that are all the way on the other side of the board. He was cracking up. He's like, "Are you seriously just throwing up some hex rates just to chase them down?" I'm like, "Yep." Also, if you notice, I switched out my Night Goblin Shaman for the Undead Goblin Shaman on the Wolf, because you know what? He was watching the level 4 fuck up and he got brain dead, and he's like, "I gotta upgrade myself." So he did. It's still technically a Night Goblin Shaman. He just can't move like the Wolf move. Doom Diver goes ahead and shoots at the skinks. He gets a direct hit, kills off 3 of them. Spear Chucker gets a slip shot. Oh no, but he's okay. He rolled on the Stonefire mischart, and it can't shoot this turn is all. As for my Night Goblins here with bows, they're gonna go ahead and shoot at this guy, I believe. Did they shoot at him? Either they shot at him or I believe they shot at him. I don't think the trolls are on him yet. And then over here in this combat, he just got, I mean, it was impact hits, Savages went, Spider went, and he basically is dead. So that was pretty much the end of the game. I think we just called it there, and you know, it was, I mean, all he had left was a couple skinks. So it was a massacre win by the Orcs and Goblins, and Trolls and Arachnaroks. I mean, honestly, I got to give the MVP award in this game probably to Gorbad. I mean, he kind of just took out chunks of guys by himself. And, you know, the Doom Diver did okay. Lord Chickenhead, unfortunately, he didn't pull through today, but he will very soon. And then, you know, it was, again, a very fun game. I always have fun. Actually, I got to give it to the Squig Herd, too. Squig Herd did really well. And my Wizards really fail me, like usual. They usually do, though. Yes, I definitely give it to Gorbad. Anyways, I'm gonna be putting up more videos very soon. I've got another fight against Aaron's Skaven Army. He got a rematch after our draw, and then besides that, I got to play some games this weekend to get more videos up. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be making more very soon, and stay tuned. Subscribe and hit the like button, and I will be putting up more videos very soon. Peace.